Hi guys, it's Friday night and I'm doing a little bit of slow stitching, and I apologise for this dark room. I've got things like, earrings and all kinds of things dumped on my table while I work. It's a mess. I'm on the dining table, I can hear the TV in the background. But what I'm doing, what I thought I'd show you, I've got this like piles of stuff everywhere. I'm pushing it all backwards. I wanted to make something using all the scraps, and rather than pulling out more fabrics and bits and pieces, make use of what I have here. Oh, sorry. So this is 4 panels. I'll just flip this over. I hope I've got everything pinned down now. 4 panels, which you can see I've joined 1, 2, 3, and I'll join the 4. And I wanted to have a go. Let's see if this works. I haven't even checked on it. So it will join. Oh, it's a bit all over the shop. I need to thicken it up still, but it will join, and of course you're too close. I've got the camera too close. It'll join into a box shape, and I've got a bottom somewhere else. And I just want to make use of all the little scraps I've got here, rather than pulling out more and more and more. So, and I thought, well, let's get a bit of a green colorway here. So I've got on this one, I'm still pinning everything down. I've got a cockatoo. He's off one of my tea towels. So it's an old, very old picture, but I've reused it on my Queen Victoria tea towel and a few other fabrics. Embroidery and bits and pieces, flowers, all kind of a colourway that kind of works. And I just thought I'll keep stitching and create something, but all these scraps, all over this bench here are scraps that just aren't going anywhere. And so I thought, why don't I start to build, I don't know where my thread's gone, something using all of these rather than pulling out more, and we finish all this up. So at the moment I'm just pinning them all down here, and of course my scraps have gone disappearing because I can't find my pins. That's the other thing. So I'm just making do with all of this. So I'll just pin that. I won't even pin that. Let's just sew that. Let's just see where my needle is. Yeah, and I just thought I'll just keep going because I am thrilled. My first workshop in a long time. I used to do workshops in my shop. My first workshop, I just want to do a trial run of 4 people, and already 2 have signed up. So I'm really happy. This is so hard to do where I am sitting, of course. Still haven't got the right setup. Anyway, that's that bit. And then I thought this is now pinned down here. It's pinned down, sorry, basted. And it's ready to have a little bit of colour and a little bit of needlework there, some thread work here. So I've taken everything up to my shop, of course, for these little bits and pieces. So I just found some needles. Hopefully these are big enough to show you. And oh, hang on, what about this one? This one's got a bit of a, if that's like a heavy duty one with a bend. It's kind of handy though. I kind of like the way it is curved. What if we do a little bit of stitching? I don't know if I can manage this the way I'm positioned. So these are all kind of greens, natural muted tones. I don't know, should I contrast or should I go for it? I don't even know. Let's just do a little bit of it and see what we think. I'll use this giant needle, see if it works. I'm gonna try and load this up. Sorry about my hands again, as usual, guys. I came home and I've been planting violas or violas or violas. How do you say it? And oh, that's not gonna work. Planting them, and one of the chooks had pulled a few out of the soil, so I had to go around and work out where that chook had pulled them all out, put them all back in, put some little stakes in, and of course forgot my sorry, I'm doing this to the side. I can't say I'm gonna take my glasses off. I forgot my gloves, so my hands are gross. I'll put these back on. So I've got that happening now. I wish I could get this set up. My space. I'm leaning on a weird angle across where the camera and the lamp is in dark old Mount Victoria. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? Try and get this in front of you. I might do half here and then a darker colour on the outside there, like that. Oh, let's see if this is going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. Might be too chunky. I think it is. So much for like one paired earlier and all that stuff. No, this is not going to work. Do you have this happen? Like it's a bit of a nightmare? Some days it just doesn't go to plan at all. I can hear my pug snoring next to me on the floor. No, this is just terrible. I don't know what I'm persisting with this. Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock and I just thought I'd quickly show you, but that's not really happening, is it? I'm not even in camera. I'll show you, forget that. This pillowcase here, I was just looking at it. I've been harvesting bits and pieces from it. It's got some really good little flowers and things. And I got a bedspread as well. And I noticed it's Sheridan, which Sheridan, Australia, was one of my first jobs when I was young. I used to work in the David Jones store in the city, Bondi and Chatswood. But these are great. So if you're looking for things to collect, to do some of this slow stitching, that's a really good one. And this is a really pretty one too. So I'll come back over here. Maybe we'll do some of this stitching. This is more boring, but I'll see if I can do a bit more of this one with you. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I've been putting up some videos of what's happening in my studio shop. I've been cleaning and tidying and reworking. Oh God, this is just not happening today. And yeah, thrilled that 2 people already want to come to my first workshop, 4th of December. I'm going to do fabric bowl making. And then I started to play with bowls using various cuts to get different shapes and seeing what's going to work best. Wish I could find a pin. Here's what not to do, hey? So I took the fabric bowls and some other things I'm working on up to the shop, and of course I've left them there, but the idea was when I'm up there to work on things I want to work on rather than sitting in the shop. Like today was dead and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't get much of a chance really, but I want to get set up so I have like a bit of a station there and a station here. I like doing this in the evenings. Oh, what have I done here? I see a loop there. Oh, when no one's watching, it always goes to plan, hey? Haven't even caught that underneath there. Anyway, you get an idea of what I'm doing, and you'll see it'll slowly come together. The more layers you do, the more, and build it, the panels will get sort of stiffer and stand up more. So when I build this into a square, like a box shape, it should stand up quite nicely. And then if you camp the stitch on top again, it'll be really good. you go. Terrible job of this, but this is just the basting, so this is just getting underneath, and then you'll do a decorative stitch on top. And even the cotton I found, I just used everything on this table rather than going to get new pieces of bits and pieces out of the cupboard. I thought, no, come on, use some of this scrap. So I've got lots of pinks and reds and lovely blues and things, and I thought, no, use all the colours that you normally wouldn't pick. So I went for these sort of natural, more muted tones, and thought, no, let's build something with those, because I don't naturally go to those. But I did do a green blue bowl, fabric bowl, and I actually really love it now. So I'm trying to think of what other colour combinations I might like. This video is not going at all like the way I'd hoped. Anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? I need to get better at this. What if I make this a bit taller? Sorry. If you're still with me, thank you so much, because this is not exactly professional, is it? I'm going to try and lift this up. What if that's better? That is better. Wow. I can barely see the top of the screen now, but I'm trying to work out if I'm in focus. That's the end of that anyway. What I wanted to do was steal this needle, finish this up just quickly, and steal this needle to go back on the other side and have a better needle. I don't know if you're seeing that reflection now from the lamp above. Now that hasn't gone to plan. So I think what we'll do here is stitch this. If I push it through, oh, terrible. Let's just get rid of this. Start again. Oh yeah, so yeah, it was a funny day. I only made $50 in the shop today. Online's been okay. There's people buying t-shirts and things, but lovely chats with people that walked in, but very quiet. I know there's the Rhododendron Festival on this weekend in the Blue Mountains, as well as the Blue Mountains Writers Festival. So that will mean probably dead for us. This is now warming up, so we have all our festivals in the mountains. And take my glasses back off again. I imagine that we won't get many visitors, but it might mean that people want to stay away from all the action elsewhere in Blackheath and Katoomba. Okay, I've done it, I think. Now it's not that long. Look at that. I'm weaving my hands, this one, through the arm of the camera stand and the lamp. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job of this. And I'm trying to get better at doing these, and because I'm so used to doing, this just doesn't want to happen, this one. It's this polished cotton, I think. I don't think it wants to go through at all. I'm trying to get better at the whole YouTube thing. I've finally gotten to TikTok and YouTube, and I did some videos today because this is not going to happen either. And of course I've left all my good needles in the shop. I had on TikTok today, you get all those army guys that want to meet you and all these dodgy scam people, but today it was Keanu Reeves, and he asked if I was an actress because I looked familiar and I looked like an actress, so I had to play along for a bit. And then he got angry that I put that on TikTok. I'm going to give up on this. Anyway, thank you for being here with me. This is all, look, I'll show you now. This is what I'm looking at behind before I stab myself. This is some French linen off a shirt. And this is some patchwork stuff I started to play with. I've got all these little bits of vintage linen, so I'm trying to work out what to do with all of these bits and pieces. Yeah, so rather than going back and pulling more out, I'm trying to say to myself, what can you do with the pieces you've already pulled out, and use some of that rather than constantly getting new stuff out. Look at that monkey, actually he'd go really well. He's the right colour. Right colour for it all. So I'm looking online too and watching other people. Look at that. What they do with things like that. So I want to go bright and bold and put everything together, and I figure, why don't we pull out these colours and just play with those for now, and then use up some of this and then pull more stuff out. So there's plenty here. There's bed linen, lots of blanket. This is some of my fabrics. So if you don't know, I'm Cara. I should have introduced myself, shouldn't I? Cara at Mount Vic and Me. And I do fabric design too. So I'm a graphic designer by trade. This is some of the slow stitch stuff I've made, which I've then turned into a fabric. And this is another project I'm still working on very slowly. And this is all this, to get rid of all the stuff of it. A tote, a Vinnie's tote. I don't know if you can see the handles. So there they are there. And I'm just building on an existing bag. Getting there slowly. Here's some tags from my shop. So it's all here. And even things like this flannelette shirt that I've pulled apart. I've, cutting things up and using everything. So that's where I'm at. Tons of stuff. Like the rest of the table's covered. This is just not even a tenth of it. But using what I got. So anyway, thank you. See ya. Bye. I'll try and get better at this too. Bye.